Welcome back to Mac Talks Football. It's match day 20 in La Liga, and what the way the league is set up, it's so tight. I mean, just a point separating the top two Madrid clubs, Barcelona right on the third position, and then Athletic Club, 8 points separating the top four. Then you go from fifth till 11th till Celta Vigo, 6 points difference between the next seven teams. So it is so tight for those European places. You come down to relegation, and again there's like just a 5 point difference between the bottom eight teams. So you don't really know which team is going to finish. It is very tight at the moment. So let's go ahead and make our prediction for this weekend's game. The first game, it is Espanyol versus Valladolid. It is 18th versus 19th. It's a big game. It's a massive game. Both these teams have a chance to get out of the relegation zone if they win their game, and other good results go their way as well. I think it's going to be quite a tight game. Both these teams like to play attacking football, and but unfortunately they cannot defend. That has been the problem. I personally like Valladolid, though I like the way that they play the game. I prefer them more to Espanyol, especially the style of play that Valladolid have. I have a soft spot for them, but I think this game is going to be quite interesting, quite a fun one. I think there are going to be goals in this game, but I just don't see a winner, to be very honest with you. Espanyol are home. If it was Valladolid at home, I would have given Valladolid a win, but because it's an away game and the Espanyol are at home, I'm going for a draw, and I think it will be an entertaining draw. I'm going for a 2-all draw between Espanyol and Valladolid. Up next, it's Girona versus Sevilla. It is 8th versus 13th. These teams are 5 places apart from each other, and there's just a 5 point difference between them. Girona, there are 2 wins in their last 5 games, and both of those wins have been the last 2 games that they have played. So they are coming in this game with a bit of confidence. Sevilla, on the other hand, unfortunately, just 1 win in their last 5 games. They've been all over the place this season, and I think this game it basically screams of a draw. If I'm being very honest with you, I just don't think we are going to get a result out of it. But just because Girona are at home, I have this sneaky feeling. I don't know why. I just think Girona are somehow gonna nick it at the end. I think it will be a very tight game. I think there are not going to be that many goals in this game, and I'm going for a very close, hard-fought win, a 1-0 win for Girona. The next game is Leganes versus Atletico Madrid. It is 16th versus first. Leganes, they have been quite inconsistent. They are right at the bottom, fighting for those in that relegation scrap, fighting to stay in the league. As I said, they are the home team. They are quite tough to beat at home. But Atletico Madrid have been on an amazing run, 7-game winning streak. They've just changed the whole course of their season in the last month or so. They were quite dreadful at the start of November, at the late October, but since then they have been amazing, and they've continued that run even after the Christmas break. And I think this game is not going to be an easy one for them. I think it will be a quite hard game because Leganes at home, they are quite tough to beat. But I still think Atletico Madrid are going to go ahead and get the job done, and they're going to make sure that their lead at the top of the table remains intact. I'm going for a very hard-fought 2-1 win for Atletico Madrid. Moving on, it's Real Betis versus Alaves. It is 10th versus 17th, and now Real Betis, they were going, they had a really good start of the season. They were going really great, fighting for those European places. They are still in contention for those European places. Yeah, as I said, it is very tight at the moment, but their form has not been that good. Coming back after the Christmas break, again they lost their game last weekend as well. So there's a lot of pressure on Manuel Pellegrini and his men playing against an Alaves side who have been all over the place. They have had most draws in the season till now, 10 draws out of the 19 possible games. They lost as well last weekend. So both these teams are coming into this game with not a good form, but I just think Betis at home playing against a 17th place side. I think Betis know how important this game is, especially if they want to get into those European places. They have to win games like this, and I think they are going to win it, and in the end I think it will be a comfortable win as well. I'm going for a 2-0 win for a Real Betis. Then it's Getafe versus Barcelona. It is 15th versus 3rd. Getafe, they won last week, and they are on high spirits coming into this game. They are one of the toughest sides, to break down in La Liga. It doesn't matter whether they're playing home or away. Defensively, they are a really good team. Playing against the Barcelona side who did not play last weekend in La Liga, but they won the Super Cup, defeating Barcelona. They won their Copa del Rey match as well. So they are coming in this game with high spirits. The way that they performed against Real Madrid was important. Then they won the Copa del Rey match round of 16 game as well. They are coming in a very high spirits, but I think they've played so many games. Maybe that might come into play in this game. And as I said, Getafe are really hard to break down, and I think this could be one of those games where Barcelona drop the points. They are already almost like 6 points behind Atletico Madrid, 5 points behind Real Madrid, and unfortunately for them, I think they are going to drop points here. I think it will be a very boring game. It is going to be like full on Barcelona having the possession and trying to break them down. This game could go 80 to 20% possession in favor of Barcelona, but I still don't think they are going to be able to break them down. I'm going for a very boring nil-nil draw between Getafe and Barcelona. Up next, it's Athletic. It's Celta Vigo versus Athletic Club. It is 11th versus 4th. Now, Celta Vigo are probably one of the most inconsistent team of La Liga, but they are one of the most entertaining games or teams of La Liga. It doesn't matter whether they win, whether they draw, whether they lose. I mean, their games are always really good to watch, and I just love the way that they play. The way they play football. It is like they have made a plan and they have stuck to it. They don't care what the results are, and I sort of like that approach. Like they know what system they are going to play. So as I said, their games are always fun to watch. Playing against an Athletic Club side who are undefeated in their last 5 games, the 4 wins out of those 5 games. So they are coming in this. They are fourth at the moment, and they are really if Celta Vigo have an outside chance of qualifying for for those European places, because they are 6 points behind the 5th place team, and just like that, Atletico Bilbao themselves have an outside chance of winning the title. They are just 8 points behind Atletico Madrid, and they know if they win this game, and as I said, Barcelona drop their points against Getafe, they can move up to the third place in the table. So I think Athletic Club are gonna go away with this mindset. I think it is going to be quite an interesting game. It is going to be quite an entertaining game, and I think Athletic Club are somehow gonna win it. It will be full of goals in my opinion. I'm going for a very entertaining 3-2 win for Athletic Club Bilbao. Then it's Real Madrid versus Las Palmas. It is 2nd versus 14th. Now Real Madrid did not play last weekend in La Liga. They played that Supercopa final where they lost from Barcelona. But then they played that Copa del Rey round of 16, and they really had to work out. They won the game in the extra time. It was really a hard-fought win for them to move up into the quarterfinals of the Copa del Rey. Their league form has been quite good. Before the Christmas break, because they did not play in the league after the Christmas break. So they have 4 wins in their last 5 games. They're playing against Las Palmas side who before the Christmas break they were winning games. They were on a really good run of form, but after the Christmas break they lost last weekend. So there's you don't know what kind of team performance Las Palmas are going to give in this game. But Real Madrid are at home. It is at Santiago Bernabeu, and they know how important this game is. Now it is like the second half of the season is starting. Every single point is going to be so crucial, and I think Real Madrid are going to go ahead and get the win. I think it will be a very tight game because Real Madrid had to play 120 minutes in the Copa del Rey round of 16 game, but I still think somehow Real Madrid are going to go ahead and edge it in that game. It will be a very hard fought win. I'm going for a 2-1 win for Real Madrid. Then it's Osasuna versus Rayo Vallecano. It is 11th versus 9th. Now both these teams have the same number of points, same number of wins, draws, losses. Everything is same between both these teams. It is really tight. I keep on saying both these teams are fighting to get in those European places. I think this game is going to be quite an interesting one and quite an entertaining one as well. Both these teams like to go out. Both of them are defensively really good, and when they do attack, it is they are really good at attacking as well. I especially personally I like the way that Osasuna play more than Rayo Vallecano. No offense to Rayo Vallecano, but I think Osasuna are a much better side as compared to Vallecano. But as I said, it is both these teams are on the same number of points, so you really don't know which way the game is gonna go, and that is why I'm sitting on the fence. I expect goals in this game, but I just don't see a result in this game, to be very honest with you. I'm going for a 1-1 draw between Osasuna and Rayo Vallecano. Up next, it's Valencia versus Real Sociedad. It is 20th versus 7th. Now, Valencia, they have not won in their last 5 games. They lost last weekend as well, and it is not looking really good for them. I keep on saying the league is very tight, but they are at the moment bottom of the table. They need to get a win somehow if they want to stay, in contact with other teams. They are playing against a Real Sociedad side who are slowly starting to climb up the table. Their start of the season was not good, but they are now back in contention for those European places and maybe even the Champions League places, but at the moment mostly on those European places. They are 7th in the table. They won last weekend as well, and I think they are going to win this weekend as well. Unfortunately, I don't think Valencia are going to be that much of a problem for Sociedad, and I'm going for a very comfortable 3-1 win for Real Sociedad. And the last game this weekend is Villarreal versus Mallorca. It is 5th versus 6th. Another crucial game Villarreal on 5th with 30 points, Mallorca 6th, 28 points. But both these teams are not really in a good form. 3 defeats in their last 5 games for Villarreal, 2 defeats in their last 5 games for Mallorca. Both of them are quite inconsistent, if I'm being very honest with you. I think this game is going to be quite entertaining. It's going to be filled with goals, but I just don't see a result out of this game, to be very honest with you. I think we're going to get a lot of goals, but we are not going to get a winner. It's very simple. I'm sitting on the fence again, but I just don't see a winner, to be very honest. I'm going for a 2-all draw between Villarreal and Mallorca. And with that, my predictions for match day 20 in La Liga are complete. We'll see how many of them are correct and how many of them are wrong at the end of the weekend. Let me know what you guys think of my predictions in the comment section below. Do you agree with them? Do you disagree with them? Let me know in the comment section below. Like the video, share it as well. Click on the notification bell and of course subscribe to the channel. We are trying to get to 500 subscribers as quickly as possible. So please go ahead and subscribe and help the channel out. Until next time, bye bye.